geoengineering test quietly launches salt crystals into the atmosphere. Where did this happen? A solar geoengineering experiment in San Francisco could lead to brighter clouds that reflect the sunlight. And then what does it say? The risks are numerous. No, duh, man. I mean, come on. Come on. So the nation's first outdoor test to limit global warming. Wow. The global warming, which doesn't even exist, guys, by increasing cloud cover, launched Tuesday from the deck of a decommissioned aircraft carrier in the San Francisco Bay. Isn't this interesting, guys? Isn't this interesting? And do you see all the connections here? I mean, they are messing with things like there is no tomorrow. It talks in this article about geoengineering research, all of these things, guys. I encourage you to check this article out. It's in Scientific American. I remember this from when I was a kid. That's quite a while ago. But, I mean, Scientific American's been around for a while, guys. We're not making this stuff up. All right? This is very real. They are manipulating things all around us. They're trying to play God. Okay, it goes all the way back, in fact, to the garden. You can be as God, right? And man has desired that. Man has desired to try to have that kind of power. Wow, absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. So geoengineering test quietly launches salt crystals into the atmosphere. How about this one right here? Secretive experiment. This is on Zero Hedge. To shoot aerosols into the sky over San Francisco to increase cloud cover. Again, the same thing that we're talking about. Guys, they've been doing this for years. They've been doing this in Saudi Arabia. All right, I've talked about that before. They've been doing it all over the place. They are manipulating things in weather patterns. And now, listen now, can you actually turn this geoengineering into a weatherized weapon? Yes. Yes, I believe you can. Can you imagine weaponizing the weather? To have that kind of control. Remember what the Admiral said is to be able to control the ionosphere. I mean, wow, guys, do we not live in absolute nutty times? I never thought that I would ever see the day. Blaze Media, scientists just test fired a cloud device over American soil with the ultimate aim of blocking the sunlight. Oh, that just sounds great. Let's just block the sunlight, right? Because the sun is the problem. The cows are the problem. The chickens are the problem. Planting a garden in your backyard now, they're saying, is also a problem. The human race is a problem in their eyes, right? I mean, these people, I mean, they're being manipulated by dark forces indeed. Check this out, end time headlines. World's first ever global emissions tax takes a step closer to reality. Oh, really? Now we need a global emissions tax. 2 weeks of talks at the United Nations Shipping Agency concluded in London on Friday. This was about a week or so ago, with clear majority of countries emerging in favor of introducing the world's first ever global emissions levy, right? In other words, tax. Is that what we need? Really even more taxes. Anytime you give these clowns money, right? I mean, this is like clown world. Anytime you give these clowns money, what they do with it, and by the way, they don't do everything that they're going to tell you they're going to do with it, all right? I mean, does it really cost, $5,000 for a screwdriver for the Navy or something? I mean, some of these wacky kind of things? Of course not, guys. Come on, let's face it, all right? But the International Maritime Organization held its latest round of negotiations to discuss how to move forward with climate regulation. Oh, yeah, they want to regulate everything to the death. They want to tax people to the death. And then look at this one right here. The Tennessee legislature passes bill based on chemtrails conspiracy theory. Guys, it's not a conspiracy theory. It's a conspiracy. The whole thing with chemtrails. Now, look, I'm going to show you this next photo here in just a moment. This whole thing with chemtrails, you've got to be kidding me. Guys, you see that up in the sky? It's a very, very real thing. SB 2691 and HB 2063 3, sponsored by different representatives and senators and whatnot, right? While on the Senate, they adopted it March 18th. Anyhow, so just listen. The bill claims that it is documenting the federal government or other entities acting on the federal government's behalf or at the federal government's request may conduct geoengineering experiments by initially dispersing chemicals into the atmosphere, and those activities may occur within the state of Tennessee, according to the bill. Now check this out here. Check this out. Okay, Bill Gates. We're going to show a few photos here in rapid fire. Bill Gates' dark dream of blocking sunlight from the earth is about to be realized. Wow. Are you serious? Now listen to this, Revelation 11:18, and that you should reward your servants, the prophets and the saints, and those who fear your name, small and great, and should destroy those who destroy the earth. Guys, they say they're making themselves look like they are the saviors of the world, the saviors of the earth. They are the very ones that are destroying the plant life, human life, the ionosphere with geoengineering, all of these things, guys. Okay, all of this, these people are lying to you. This was in leohoman.com, by the way. Literally, the dream of blocking out sunlight from the earth. Literally, in China, they have worked on and have been working on an artificial sun, in fact. All right, guys, I can't believe that we're even talking about these things. Check out this photo right here. Look at what they're doing right there in that photo. Researchers aboard a ship off the northeastern coast of Australia by these islands started spraying a briny mixture through high-pressure nozzles into the air in an attempt to brighten low-altitude clouds that form over the ocean. Check this one out right here. Project aims to put chalk in the atmosphere to test to block part of the sun. You can check all of that out on your own later on and read all of that. Look at this right here. That right there is a photo, patterns in the sky, captured by the Leo Homan household, January 10th of 2024. Does the sky in the photo above look normal? With all these chemicals being sprayed above us, what could possibly go wrong? Oh, gee whiz, I don't know. Guys, the modification of these things, it's absolutely wild, absolutely crazy. I wish we had more time. There is so much more that I would like to share about this, guys, but man, absolutely crazy. In fact, I want you to look at this right here. What does it say in Matthew chapter 27 or 24, verse 7? For nation will rise against nation. This is during the tribulation. Kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines, pestilence, and earthquakes in various places, right? More things happening there with the earth. Look in Luke 21:25. There will be signs in the sun, the moon, and the stars. And on the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, and the sea and the waves roaring. Or how about this? Revelation 16:8-9. The fourth angel poured out his bowl on the sun, and power was given to him to scorch men with fire. And men were scorched with great heat. And they blasphemed the name of God, who has power over these plagues, and they did not repent and give him glory. After these things, I saw four angels standing at the four corners of the earth, holding the four, this is Revelation 7:1, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth or on the sea or any tree. Guys, we see what God is going to bring, what God is going to allow into the world by means of weather things, right? That is in part of his judgment upon a Christ-rejecting world. You want to mess with the world? You want to mess with it and modify the weather and do things like this HARP and geoengineering and all these kinds of things? Well, folks, I